When I started hearing stories about Gretchen Peterson rolling up to homes in the middle of the night to rescue women with a shotgun in her trunk, and how they were trying to help women and children escape these horrible situations, I was like, yeah, I am in. I was very deeply affected by a local community member's death. And when the board heard the news that she had been at the shelter, it was just devastating to all of us, because it feels like you had a chance to pull somebody away from the cliff and you just couldn't grab their hand. The reason we changed to One Safe Place was because we wanted the community to understand that it was there for everyone.
Historically, Shasta County has some of the highest ACEs scores in the state. We've had some of the highest rates of domestic violence in the state. As a board at One Safe Place, we've seen the community engage more in this issue, and we've been able to bring more awareness to the community about how serious this is impacting our children in this area and having long-term effects on the citizens across the county as a whole.
We had the sexual assault response team that police officers would call volunteers from One Safe Place, the Women's Refuge, to go to the hospital to sit with victims of rape and help them through the process. Before that, people would find themselves all alone, their clothes are being taken, and there's no one there to sit with them. So it really was always this partnership to try and create a safety net.
One Safe Place offers a very wide range of services, from legal services all the way up to emergency shelter and housing resources for people who come into the emergency shelter. Our job is to help support, navigate those systems, get tied into community resources, and help them on their journey to sustainable housing.
One of the biggest aspects of One Safe Place and how we show up for survivors is it is a safe place to land. We work really hard to meet people exactly where they're at.
Meeting people where they're at, it could be anywhere from right now you're in a life and death situation, you need somewhere safe to stay, to you just need to talk to somebody to see if what you're experiencing actually is abuse. It on average takes 7 times of leaving an abusive relationship to actually stay out of that relationship.
Our family was on a journey, my husband and I, to get more involved. We started a family fund with the Community Foundation of North State. We were trying to decide, where do we want this money to go? And so we asked our younger daughter, what are your ideas? Like, what do you think we should do with the money? And she said, I think it would be really cool if we could help like young girls. At the time, it was the largest donation we'd ever made. It was a lot of money for us. It was really important to us to see that building get built and to be able to help the victims of our community. Before you guys had partnered last year, our older daughter, we ended up having to take her to One Safe Place. And she was able to get really good help and good connections to be able to see the resources and the powerful team of Children's Legacy Center come and partner with One Safe Place to be able to get every service and every possible option available for the victims is just such a beautiful, beautiful thing.
The beauty of One Safe Place is that it helps victims and families get through this, come out on the other side, stronger, better. And when we have better families, we have better communities. The most rewarding part for me is when I hear the footsteps of the little kids upstairs in the shelter.
I was a child of domestic violence myself, and I feel very passionate about the prevalence of the issue in our community. And One Safe Place is the only organization that provides resources for families and individuals experiencing domestic violence.
If donors only knew the impact it makes of their $5, $10, $100 contribution, they would readily open their pocketbooks to do it, because it's not that much money and it makes a huge difference.
The return on our investment, if I had to pick one word, it would be legacy, and leaving a legacy in our community, building a legacy in our family and who we're for and who we want to put our time and our money and our heart behind.
But the first time I heard that Children's Legacy was considering helping with One Safe Place, I was ecstatic. Meeting Elizabeth and meeting Kimberly and knowing what plans for the future in all the foster services, they all go along with domestic violence, sexual assault for adult women and such like that. To merge these things in town is, I'm so proud of all of you. I'm so thrilled about it. Make me cry.
With all the work that the organization has done throughout the years, there is now more awareness of just how difficult it really is for someone to get out of a domestic violence situation. All you got to do is call and ask for help.